the name Land Rover and what images spring to mind? Rugged off-road vehicles that will last a lifetime. They'll get you into and out of most things that you could ever encounter. And they're just perfect for the country girl. Most definitely not for the girl around town. Are you with me on this one? Well, a question for you. How do you account for this then? This is the Land Rover Freelander, Britain's answer to a line of Japanese lifestyle vehicles, a trend started by Toyota's RAV4 and followed up by the Honda CR-V. There are three versions in the Freelander range. There's this, the hardtop, which comes with a 3 or a 5-door option, and then a 2-door convertible Land Rover, a Land Rover to have fun in. There's no doubt you'll look the part in this. After all, it came from the same design team responsible for the MGF. But looks are really only part of the equation. So what's it like on the road? Up here in the cabin, the driving position is really wonderful. You've got this fabulous, commanding view of everything that's going on around you. And the whole feeling inside is one of real solidness. Everything's chunky, it's rugged, it feels extremely well built. But don't get me wrong, I have to say, it doesn't feel too boy's own or too macho. It actually, would you believe, has an interior to die for. This is the 3-door version and it's just wonderful. There's use of colour, it's nice and bright, there's these gorgeous exposed rivets, nice bits of paintwork all over the place. I can't believe it. Land Rover have discovered a designer who realises that the style of a vehicle shouldn't go dramatically downhill the minute you open the door.
Given this was going into a sector of the market that Land Rover hadn't been in before, we wanted to create something that was thoroughly contemporary and modern, but at the same time it had to recognise its heritage through the execution of certain detail cues rather than its overall form. Some of them are obvious, other ones are quite subtle. Things like the castellations in the bonnet, the actual clamshell bonnet itself, the very upright nature of the front end, the very equal glass to body relationship, but I think most importantly the overall robustness and solidity that make it unmistakably a Land Rover.
So it turns heads when you're off doing the shopping around town, but can it hack it when the going gets tough? Obviously missing here from the inside of the Freelander are those multiple gear levers, you know, the low gear ratio set that you expect to find in a Land Rover. In this, you're left to the mercy of electronic traction control. And believe me, it works absolutely wonderfully. It's astounding what this thing can do. Sometimes there's an advantage to being first, but sometimes it's better to wait. And Land Rover have played their cards brilliantly. They've waited and they've watched as the East has moved into the market. And then they've come up with something that feels far more solid, more rugged, is without a doubt far more capable, and is also more gorgeous, both inside and out. But as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And right now, this is mine, and I love it.